Alright guys, so a little different today. We're not doing anything superhero related. That's right, we're not talking about Avengers or Captain Marvel or Shazam. But don't worry, it still revolves around the geek universe. We're going to talk about Star Wars. Because there's been a lot of stuff going on right now with the Star Wars community. I don't really talk about it too much on my channel because my channel is mostly focused around superheroes and comic book movies. That's what really, gave my channel the popularity that people want me to come and talk about it. But let's be honest, guys. There's really nothing to talk about. There's like no news. I mean, I could throw out like Avengers Endgame theory videos, but does anybody really want to see that? Honestly, does anybody want to see that? Because I'll do it. But no, I want to talk about Star Wars and the fandom. Because I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. I love all Star Wars. Everything Star Wars. Like, I remember when I first heard there was backlash on the prequels, which blew my mind because I loved the prequels. Okay, and I was born in the 80s, so I was born, growing up with the original trilogy, and I loved the prequels. Were they the best movies of all time? No, but I still love the prequels, and I find enjoyment out of the prequels. But now it seems like Star Wars fans aren't happy unless they're complaining about something. It's like, when the prequels came out, the OG fans were like, oh, those prequels, they raped my childhood. And then when the sequel trilogy comes out, now you got the OG fans and the prequel fans teaming up to take out the Disney movies. So it's like, no one's ever happy. It's like, if you want to go by that, George Lucas should have just left it alone at the original trilogy. Because nobody's happy. It's like, it took decades for people to forget about the hate in the prequels, and then they just kind of like team up like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man doing mega powers, like they're teaming up to take out the Disney trilogy. And to be honest with you, look, I loved Force Awakens. I really loved The Last Jedi. Is there problems with The Last Jedi? Oh yes, there's a lot of problems with The Last Jedi. I can point out the things I didn't like with it, but I still really enjoyed it. To me, the only problem I've seen with the Disney regime is they had no game plan, right? They have no game plan. It's like, oh, you're going to do this, and then you're going to come up with your own shit, and you're going to do this. There was no game plan through the entire trilogy. I really enjoyed Rogue One. Solo, by hands down, just Solo was a train wreck. It's not an awful movie, but it's a movie that you instantly forget. Like, if I'm ranking the Star Wars movies, I would forget to put Solo in there, so automatically I put Solo at the end. It's just, Solo wasn't bad, it was unnecessary. And I felt like Disney was just like, we need to put out all these movies because we need to make our money back and all this stuff. So that's where I kind of, fall behind the fans that are like, we don't like these movies, whatever. But I really like the REA Trilogy. I'm going to call it the REA Trilogy because it's not a continuation of the Skywalker saga. Regardless of what, people over at Lucasfilm or Bob Iger said, this is not the continuation of the Skywalker saga because you're killing everybody. That's one of my biggest complaints, to be honest with you. It's the fact that they're just killing everybody. Like, I don't mind Han going because Harrison Ford wanted to die in Empire Strikes Back. So I'm fine with Harrison going. I don't mind that Luke died, but like other characters like Akbar, why did Akbar die the way he died? There was no reason why Akbar couldn't have took Holdo's spot and ran a damn cruiser into the Star Destroyer. Like, there's no reason why that couldn't have been Admiral Akbar. It didn't have to be a new character. But in essence, though, it's not really the continuation of the Skywalker saga, regardless, even though Princess Leia is technically still alive and Kylo Ren is her kid. But that's neither here nor there. What I want to talk about is how so many fans are just so toxic right now. Like, everybody wants to talk about how the MCU fans keep attacking the DCEU fans, and the DCEU fans are attacking the MCU fans, and they're just like this toxic fan base. No one's more toxic than the Star Wars fan base right now. Like, I was just scrolling through YouTube, because I like to watch YouTube on my breaks and lunches. I barely watch cable TV. Most of my content I watch is on YouTube. Big fan of a lot of channels. And I was scrolling, and I noticed like this one main channel. I'm not going to mention the person's name or channel, but the hatred that's just coming out of this guy. And this guy has like 100 and something thousand subscribers. And it's like nothing positive, just extreme hatred toward Disney and Rian Johnson. And like everything, like Rian Johnson, you're a liar, blah, 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 blah. And so many people feel this way. It's just not this one guy. And I listened to some of the things this guy said. He brings up a lot of good points, but he kind of goes about it the wrong way. And I know what a lot of people are saying is like, well, Rob, you do the same thing. I make up a character when I do my videos. I don't sit there and go, well, Zack Snyder, you're an asshole, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. Like, David P. Dumbass, he's the one that does that. And I just think a lot of people really attack people too much. I think the hate is just kind of going insane. I think people just kind of need to calm back a little bit and relax, and let's try to enjoy these movies and then judge those movies as they come out. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.